The Duchess is told to get out now as a lawsuit threatens to expose the secret she wants to hide. This is from a top lawyer. Meghan Markle has been told to drop her privacy case now if she doesn't want more of her secrets to be exposed in court. Mark Stevens of British firm Howard Kennedy told Newsweek, "If I was advising Meghan, I'd say, get out now. The more that she protests about wanting to protect her privacy, the more that people are going to investigate how she has curated the Streisand effect of amplifying the positive PR and negativizing the other PR." So apparently Streisand is famous for this. His comments come after Meghan was accused of using friends as de facto media relations agents to feed at least 49 pieces of personal information to the authors of the gushing Finding Freedom biography. So this morning it's come out that the Mail on Sunday claims the level of detail in Finding Freedom showing Meghan cooperated. The Mail won a bid this week to use Finding Freedom as part of its defense. Again, okay. The publisher revealed 49 details, 49 instances where they show Meghan cooperated with the authors of the biography. We just have to go through these because this is so rich. Number one, personal correspondence between Meghan and her mother, Doria. They either have to talk to Meghan or Doria or get these letters somehow. Details of Doria's employment and educational history. Okay, well, you can get that. Maybe that's more public information. Meghan's personal conversations with a co-worker at a soup kitchen in Los Angeles. So Scobie either needs to talk to the co-worker or Meghan herself. So that means Meghan cooperated. Meghan's weekly routine while at Northwestern University. Boy, that's a long time ago. She's already out of Northwestern University. The only way he's going to know that is if he talks to Meghan. How Meghan felt about having to shoot a sex scene while she was a struggling actor or actress in 2008. Her feelings. Who knows Meghan's feelings except for Meghan? This is a personal journal. Number 6, Meghan's feelings around her relationship with her ex-husband Trevor Engelson, who has never spoken publicly about their marriage. Her feelings about her relationship. You got to get that straight from Meghan. Detailed account of Meghan's relationship with Corey Vitiello. Meghan was not that famous when she was with Corey Vitiello. So you're not going to get this from... You could get this from Meghan's friends concurrent with her relationship with Corey Vitiello. Okay, so we need to ask, did Scobie talk to her other friends? I literally think that Meghan just handed Scobie her personal journals, and that is Finding Freedom. And this is Meghan's voice we're hearing. Details about Meghan and Prince Harry's first date, including whether they kissed goodnight and what they drank. Allegedly, they did not even kiss on the first date. I don't believe that. I believe that Meghan is Svengali in the bedroom, and I think that's a big part of her allure. I think she's very, very skilled in this area. So how would they know any of this? How would Scobie know this unless he spoke directly to Meghan or Harry? Because only Meghan and Harry were present for their first date. 9. Information about their second date at Prince Harry's then home Nottingham Cottage, including details of the decor of the house. You can't know that unless you go inside Nottingham Cottage. So, got to speak to Prince Harry or Meghan, or there have to be public pictures of Nottingham Cottage available that you could see the decor, and that decor can change. I don't think those pictures exist in the public arena. Nobody, that's private. Who said, "I love you" first? This can only come from Meghan or Harry, and I read that part, and it had to come from Meghan. Okay, because Meghan is going to say that Harry said, "I love you" first. And that's what she said. Detailed account of their holiday in Botswana in 2016, where they stayed, and her bathroom routines. This is the part where Meghan pees outside like a champion. Okay, so how would anybody know that? The people there the people carrying the bags and driving the safari jeep and all that stuff, they're not going to say, they're going to talk among themselves, but that's not going to come out in paper. Okay, so that it's possible that Scobie could have tracked down those people that drove them around on safari, but I doubt it. 12. Prince Harry's relationship with Prince William before and after he met Meghan. That's between Harry and William. And we've seen this all over the news. And they're not talking much. They give off very little detail about that relationship. So we have the totality of that. So if he has additional information, he had to get that from Meghan or Harry. 13. A report on the advice Thomas Markle gave Meghan Markle about money management. That's her father, Thomas, and Meghan. You either have to talk to Thomas or Meghan. I don't think he spoke to Thomas. An account of Prince Harry's first meeting with Doria. Harry and Doria and Meghan are the only people there. So you have to talk to one of those three people. Text messages Meghan sent to friend Jessica Mulroney. You can snatch these out of the air. That's possible. You can hack these. But you either need to talk to Meghan or Jessica Mulroney and have these turned over. Otherwise, it's just too much trouble. It's too hard. Details about Prince Harry's conversations with Thomas Markle. Only Harry and Thomas know this. And I did see those conversations, and they were kind of detailed. This was new information to me, and I follow this. So, did they speak to Thomas? There's no word that Scobie was speaking to Thomas. What happened when Meghan met Prince William, as well as a description of Prince William's home? What happened when Meghan met Prince William? So you got to get that from Meghan or William. And Finding Freedom is a 5-star review of a human, and that 5-star review is for Meghan and no one else. Okay, William was thrown under the bus, just like Harry's thrown under the bus. Meghan's feelings about finding out a Suits love scene she had starred in was uploaded to Pornhub. Okay, so she did a Suits love scene and it's uploaded to Pornhub. How does she feel about that? Anytime it says Meghan's feelings or Harry's feelings or anybody's feelings, and all of this list, we only get Meghan's feelings. That's Meghan talking to Scobie. That's Meghan giving Scobie her journals. 19. Advice given by the Palace Communications team and Meghan's reaction. Meghan's feelings about advice from the Palace Communications team. Harry's daily routine during Christmas time in 2017. You got to be sleeping in the bed next to Harry to know this. Meghan's relationship with Kate Middleton and how she felt about the Duchess. Again, feelings. How Meghan felt. Prince Harry's feelings about being photographed at a wedding in Jamaica in 2017. So what would have happened here is Harry tells Meghan his feelings, or she extrapolates what she thinks he feels based on his actions. Okay, but you have to speak directly to Harry. Details about the wedding reception of Pippa Middleton and James Matthews. Only Harry and Meghan were there. And Scobie could have spoken to the other people at the wedding. Details of Harry and Meghan's holidays to Turkey and Botswana in 2017, including who hosted them and what they ate. Okay, the particularity of what they ate, that's pretty granular. Only Harry and Meghan would remember that. And in fact, probably only Meghan remembers what they ate in Botswana. Harry probably doesn't even remember. 25. Information about a conversation between William and Harry about the Duke of Cambridge's feelings about Meghan Markle and the impact on their relationship. So this would be William, saying, take it slow. 26. Meghan's feelings about Harry's proposal. Wow. How could Scobie know this? Meghan's feelings about Harry's proposal. 27, how Meghan felt about leaving Toronto to move to London. Again, this is completely Meghan-centric. 28, how Meghan felt about meeting the Queen for the first time in October 2017. Meghan's communications with her mother after moving to London. Her communications, that's private communications between Meghan and her mother, Doria. Why isn't Meghan suing Omid Scobie for invasion of privacy? Boy, this is so invasive. Details about Christmas celebrations in 2017, including how Meghan felt about the brooch worn by Princess Michael of Kent. Again, her feelings. Number 31, Meghan's feelings about a friend, Nanaki Pretty, speaking to the press about her feelings. Meghan's faith and private conversation with Justin Wilby, the Archbishop of Canterbury. Meghan's faith. There's nothing more private than your faith in God. And her private conversation with the Archbishop. The Archbishop is precluded from sharing this with anybody. I guarantee it. He's like a doctor. Okay, he has attorney-client privilege. He cannot share these things. So where did Scobie get this information? What Prince Harry said at the altar to his father and Meghan Markle just before the wedding ceremony. That's hilarious. So this whispered conversation that only those three heard. How is Scobie going to get this? Detailed account of speeches at the couple's wedding along with what was on the menu. You could get the menu, okay, and you could get the speeches. You could find out what the speeches were, and these things were filmed. Details of the couple's visit to Lake Como to spend time with George and Amal Clooney. I guarantee you that was super uber private, and they had all kinds of security keeping everyone out. So the only way you could know that is speak to George or Amal, and they're very rich. Why would they speak to you, Omid Scobie? And, they're just not going to do that because then people are not going to come to Lake Como to visit them because George and Amal Clooney are going to spill information about a private meeting between Meghan, Harry, and the Queen to pick the Duchess's wedding tiara. So one of the sisters got to wear that. It was Beatrice, or let's see, it was Beatrice. I don't know why I'm not remembering her name. So one of the sisters got to wear that at her wedding. Yeah, Eugenie. I think Eugenie got to wear it. It's either Eugenie or Beatrice got to wear the tiara that Meghan wanted. And I think Meghan was just jealous. So, but this is a private meeting between Meghan and the Queen and Harry. So you got to speak to Harry, Meghan, or the Queen. No way you're going to get that. An account of a disagreement between Prince Harry and one of the Queen's assistants, Angela Kelly. Meghan wanted to go into the locked safe to try on the tiara, but the Angela Kelly has to be there. She keeps very careful custody over it. That's really insider information. Details around Prince Harry and Prince William's estrangement. Only Harry and William and the royals know this. Even the staff they try to keep them out of it. Details about Meghan Markle's baby shower and the palace's reaction. He can know all about the baby shower because that was very public. The palace's reaction. How are you going to know that? They kept that private. You got to speak to palace staff, and they're not going to talk to Scobie. Meghan's birth plan. No one knows Meghan's birth plan because she used a surrogate, and it was a moving target. She was using a doula. I had to look up what a doula was. She didn't use the palace doctors, the best doctors like in the world who deliver all the royal babies. Didn't want to use those. Didn't want to go to the palace hospital. Why? Because Meghan didn't give birth. No one knows Meghan's birth plan. So that had to come from Meghan. 41, private correspondence from Harry and Meghan to their friends after Archie's birth. Private correspondence. These are private letters. She's suing the Daily Mail for publishing a private letter between herself and her father, Thomas. And yet, Omid Scobie is publishing things that are much more private and not blasted out on People magazine. She has to sue Scobie, which I wonder if she will, even though she gave him all this information. 42, details of gifts after Archie's birth. Only Meghan and the people who gave the gifts would know this. William and Kate Middleton's child care arrangements. These are top secret. William and Kate's, the child care arrangements are top secret because those children can be kidnapped. So they want to keep that secret. Meghan's work on the Sussex Royal Instagram account. Only Meghan and Harry know this. Meghan and Harry's feelings about the palace communications team. Feelings. Only the people who have those feelings know these feelings. Meghan and Harry's living arrangements while in Canada in 2019. Nobody knows this. We believe they were at that location, da da da. Details about the Sandringham Summit. Not sure what that's referring to. Oh, that's for the Megxit when they left. How Prince Harry felt about the split from the royal family. You have to talk to Harry to know his feelings. Meghan's feelings about her last engagement as a royal at Westminster Abbey. You have to get that directly from Meghan. So overwhelmingly, this proves these 49 points prove that Meghan cooperated with Scobie, that she was in constant contact with Scobie. It's impossible otherwise.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I think the jig is up for Meghan, and we have a top lawyer saying, drop the case, get out. So, let's look at this, because we need to look at this, because the situation keeps getting worse for Meghan. So, one of the key questions is, one of the key ways that Scobie could get some of this information. He literally can't get all of this information, especially anything with feelings. And there's like 20 things where Meghan's feelings, and it's almost, except for one time, it's always Meghan's feelings. Always Meghan's feelings. Like a personal journal. A personal journal is very heavily weighted towards the person's personal feelings. That's what a journal is about. What were they feeling at the time? That's how Finding Freedom reads. It also reads as just an overwhelmingly positive review of Meghan and no one else. And Meghan is always the victim. Meghan is always the victor and the victim. So, did Omid Scobie interview Meghan's friends, palace staff, Doria, Thomas, Jessica Mulroney, the Queen, Charles, William, Kate? I mean, come on. None of the Queen, Charles, Will, Kate, they're pros at this. They're not going to talk to him. Absolutely not. And they know what time it is, that this is for Meghan. This is Meghan setting the story straight. And that was her hope. So did Omid Scobie interview a whole bunch of people? Or did Meghan just hand him her personal journals? Did he interview a whole bunch of people? Oh my, look at that. Oh dear. That is so interesting. Will the cards tell us that Omid Scobie, because Carolyn Durand came along later, so she is the more professional writer. She's going to massage everything and really, get it into the really good form, okay, so that it's professional, so that it looks professional. And I've done a reading on Scobie and Durand, and they are really not getting along. Durand has gone into the witness protection program. No one knows where she is. She's not talking about Finding Freedom at all. That's really strange, because Scobie is doing the press junket. He's going from place to place to place, TV, Good Morning America, and people used to go on radio a lot. I don't know if they do that anymore. They'll go on podcasts, but Scobie's doing all that, and Durand is not talking at all. And that tells me something is rotten in Denmark. So did Scobie, because Meghan is still denying that she cooperated with Scobie, but it really looks like she did. So the only other way he can get this information, which he still couldn't get all the information, even if he interviewed everyone in the world, He still couldn't get it. But did Scobie interview a whole bunch of people? Incubus, succubus. People close in Meghan's life. Ruler. 13 and 10. 23. 6 clubs. So incubus, succubus is a liar card. Okay, lying about talking to the people close to Meghan. The ruler is in charge. The ruler just charges in. You can see Napoleon here charging in, the great general. He just charged in. Okay, he's in control. This could be Meghan. You know, kings don't necessarily represent males. Queens don't necessarily represent females. They often do, but this is male energy. The King of Clubs is someone who just charges in. Let's find a comfortable spot here. So I'm going to say it's a lie that he was talking to all the people closest to Meghan. And here we have the ultimate liar card, the devil. Excuse me. Okay, so next we have the devil, which is the ultimate liar card. So we have 2 liar cards. Okay, so did Omid speak to a whole bunch of people, the people closest to Meghan? No, it's lies, lies, lies. And they'll do anything. They'll tell any lie. They'll do anything. All to make Meghan look like an angel. The whole point of Finding Freedom, this is Meghan's side of the story. This is Meghan's narrative. This makes Meghan look like an angel. But they'll do anything. They'll say anything. And you can tell from Meghan's writings that, you know, reality, truth, actual circumstances and events are not that important. She's going to spin them the way she wants to spin them because that's how she feels about it. This is Meghan's truth. Okay, we hear this in our current twisted society. Girlfriend, speak your truth. Well, her truth or your truth, that's not the truth. That's a version, okay? And that's what Finding Freedom is, and that's why it's not terribly popular. What do we have here? We have the fox and the butterfly, a very careful crafting of the narrative and the story and the relationships, and no, didn't talk to these people. No, didn't talk to these people. And Scobie would have been precluded from talking to these people. Yeah, you know, a lot of these people would have been blocked from Scobie. So it's like a total lie. Yeah, so it's a total, he didn't speak to a bunch of people. He didn't speak to, Scobie didn't speak to a bunch of people. So let's look at Meghan and Scobie. Did Meghan simply hand, and that's the real question here. Okay, either Meghan simply handed Scobie her journals, okay, and said, here's the book, or Scobie went and like a gumshoe, like a detective, went and contacted all of Meghan's friends with Meghan's permission. That would still be cooperation, and they're alleging that Meghan cooperated by allowing Scobie to speak to all these people close to her. Okay, they're not even calling her out and saying, well, gosh, she just wrote the darn thing. And I'm calling her out and saying, she just wrote the thing. So let's just ask, Meghan and Omid Scobie, did Meghan literally just hand Omid Scobie her personal journals? Because I think that's what happened. Those are the 2 possibilities. Either way, she cooperated with Omid Scobie. It's over, baby. It's over. You need to drop this case. Yeah, it's over. Meghan, Omid Scobie. Meghan, did she just hand him her journals? Omid Scobie. Oh, goodness. These are some interesting cards. Well, let's start up here. Permanent relationship, like a marriage, working together, and mustard seed is the book. Working together on the book, like permanently, like the structure of the book is these 2 working perfectly together. 11, 3 clubs, constantly talking, emailing, working together, and they're getting the WhatsApps and the emails and the Twitters, and it's going to show up because it's on the Twitter, it's on the WhatsApp servers. Okay, you can't hide that stuff anymore. It's on the WhatsApp servers. They're not going to get it off of Meghan's phone or Scobie's phone. They can request this, but they're going to just get it straight off the servers, so there's nothing missing. We're going to see a lot of communication between Meghan and Scobie. Strength and hand in hand, strongly, many people working together. 17, 5 hearts. So it's more than just Meghan and Meghan and Scobie. It's more than just Meghan and Scobie. There's other people involved. We know about Carolyn Durand, okay, and there's probably others. Did Meghan just simply hand him her personal journal? Very secretly connected in the worst possible way. Scapegoat. 15, 17, 5 hearts. Scapegoat. What does scapegoat mean here? Scapegoat is the illness card. Scapegoat is hiding the shame, hiding the guilt, hiding the guilt. Connected to hiding the guilt. They are connected. We have the 2 diamonds. Okay, so she did just hand him the journals, and he's guilty. He's guilty, and he's keeping it a secret. What's Meghan got over here? Underneath the snake, hidden in the situation, and this is situation. Mother Earth, Mother Earth. Everything grows in Mother Earth, and the relationship. The relationship is hidden, and underlying this book is their relationship in the situation. 24, 30, everything. 8 diamonds. Everything is from Meghan. Yeah. She just handed Scobie her journals and said, I'm going to make you a famous author. Here's the book. Did Meghan give Scobie, did Meghan tell her friends that they could speak, that they could cooperate with Omid Scobie? That's at issue. Did Meghan Markle give permission to her friends to talk to Omid Scobie? Let's just ask. Because they wouldn't talk to him otherwise. Okay, the 5 anonymous, because what's really at issue is the 5 anonymous friends who went to People magazine. And they're literally saying, well, they wouldn't have spoken to People magazine unless Meghan gave them permission. And that's exactly right. And they wouldn't have talked about the letter unless Meghan gave them permission. And here's an example where Meghan is talking to Omid Scobie. A, Meghan is talking directly to Omid Scobie, which I see here. Or B, she gave all her friends, all her close associates, permission to speak to Omid Scobie so he could write this book and get the inside scoop. So did Meghan give permission to her friends to cooperate with Omid Scobie? Did she give permission? Interesting cards. Executioner does everything, doesn't need to talk to anybody. Okay, the Executioner is the only card that doesn't need to talk to anybody. They just do it. Scourge, conflict or hitting that spot over and over, like exercising, working really hard at it. And player. Player can be a deception card. Player can be a deceiver. 24, 27, cross, permanent relationship. Oh, with a lot of hard work, the actress just did it. The actress. Player's the actor-actress card. The actress, she just did it. And she worked really hard at it. And this permanent relationship. Cross. So, did Meghan give permission to her friends to cooperate? No, she did it on her own. She did it on her own. And player makes a play. The actress made a play, worked really hard at it, and she just dove into it. Okay, she worked really hard and she wrote a book. It's not easy to write a book. And then she handed it to Scobie, and Scobie's supposed to do more with it, and she was dissatisfied with what Scobie was doing with it, so they hired Carolyn Durand, who's like more of a real writer. Okay, and Carolyn Durand and Scobie are not getting along, and they're not speaking anymore, and Scobie's doing all the press junket. Okay, so, whew, what a mess. What's underneath? 4 diamonds, 9 diamonds. Communicating the foundation. We have a disaster. We have 10 spades. We have connected to everything. Okay, so did she give permission to speak to Scobie? No. No. 10 spades. No, no, no. Communication with the people in her environment, connected to everything. No, no, no. Absolutely not. She did it all herself. Scobie didn't talk to anybody. Meghan just handed him just handed it to him and said, here's your book. And he didn't need to talk to anybody. Meghan wrote the whole thing. He had the inside scoop directly from Meghan. And he didn't have to talk to anybody. Meghan needs to drop the case. I'm going to ask, will Meghan drop the case now? Because she literally needs to drop the case. She needs to just slink away with her tail between her legs. Will Meghan drop the case now? Because it's over. I mean, it's over. But it's not over because this is Meghan. And like, I play chess. I'm a high-level chess player. And a few times, people who think they're good, but they're not really very good. They're not like ranked or anything. They think they can win through sheer willpower, like it's a boxing match, and you don't win a boxing match that way either. But I think Meghan is one of these people. She thinks if she just keeps going and tries hard enough, she'll win. Like the fighter who thinks if they get angry and they fight a skilled fighter, I'm going to eat your lunch in a fight. Because it's about knowing how to fight. It's not about, and playing chess, it's about knowing how to play chess. I'm just going to cut you apart like I've got a saber in my hand. Meghan, I think she's one of these people, thinks if she tries hard enough, she'll get there. Because that sometimes works. Just really sticking with it. Will she quit now? Will she drop the case? Because she needs to drop the case. Will she quit now? Will she drop the case? There's coffin. So we have the coffin ending the forward motion, talking about ending this process. 9, 12, 3 spades because of the conflict. They are talking about it. It's right on the surface now. Well, maybe we should, quit. Quit while we're behind. Maybe we should quit while we're behind. Underneath, inheritance, lovers, 4-leaf clover. She's very, very connected to this. So this is very connected, very closely heart connected to her, to who she is and her foundation, her deepest part of her foundation. And we have the cross up here, yeah. I think we keep getting the cross. 24, 27, cross. So this is, cross is like the spine. 10 diamonds is like the accumulated. This is all they own. 16 again. 4 spades, 4 spades. They are definitely talking about dropping it. Her heart is really engaged. Her heart is really engaged. She doesn't want to lose. So they are talking about dropping it. It's not clear that they're going to drop it, but this is in a good position. This 4 spades is in a good position to say they may drop it. I would kind of lean towards they're not as dumb as they look. They might actually drop the case, but her heart is really connected to this case, which is not the best thing. You need to be kind of objective. That's what you have advisors for. You should not act on emotion. You should act on logic. Okay? And logic says, you've lost, honey. Walk away. All right, so what do we have? Did Omid Scobie interview because Carolyn Durand came later, and I think she came to edit that book properly. I think that she's just the professional writer, and all the interviews, whatever interviews there were, would have been done by Scobie. So did he interview all these people? No, it's a lie. It's all to make Meghan look good. And here we specifically have not talking to these people, not connected to these people in the deeply rooted foundation. So he did not talk to a whole bunch of people. He just didn't. Okay, and then I asked in number 3, did Meghan give permission? No, Meghan wrote the whole thing. And the connection to everyone and everything in her life, communication, no. So twice we got that he didn't speak to a whole bunch of people. This is going to come out in the court. They can simply call one person after another, Doria, Thomas, Jessica Mulroney, all these people. Did Omid Scobie call you and interview you? Did Meghan Markle give permission to talk to you, Omid Scobie? Would you have spoken to this person, Omid Scobie, about Meghan Markle without her permission? No. No. It's over, baby. It's over. Okay. Did Meghan simply hand Scobie the book? Here's the connecting card, and this secret connection, and he's guilty. He's guilty of this secret connection. Here, underlying this situation, she has a relationship with him. The 2 diamonds and the 6 hearts are mirroring each other. So they have this long-term connection. Karmic relationship is a long-term connection. And they cooperated, here's the book, they cooperated for the spine of it. They cooperated in everything. And there's more than just Scobie and her involved. So they may have gone through an intermediary. She may have sent it to person A, who sends it to Scobie. So Meghan sends it to A, who sends it to Scobie. And then they say, well, she didn't send it. And they have to trace it back to person A. Okay, which is not that complicated to do, in the world of electronic communication, unless they hand it to him. Physically hand a document, which is quite unusual. Okay, will Meghan drop the case? She's really looking at it. They're definitely talking about dropping the case. The lawyers, her top lawyer just quit, but she's really attached to it. So the top lawyer quit and she didn't drop the case. She's still on it, but I think it's over. I think she needs to drop the case. So they're just really talking about it at this point. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.